Nah, it's crazy. I was muted the whole time. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Got a back to his left. Gonna snap the ball. He's gonna throw it. It's gonna be bad camera work. I don't know. His phone surveyor in the foul. It's gonna be 4th down to 6. Fourth field goal of the night incoming. Yay, field goals.
Guy that they felt like this was his week. Hey, dude, you've been around here for a year.
It's a kicking fest, bro.
Show me something. And he did right there. That was the biggest play of the half.
I mean, McLeod was open, too.
This week's young Wake Fluids. There'll be a battle going forward for the next few weeks. He's an Atlanta area kid, born in Peachtree City. He's followed that area most of 17 years in his life. And this 53-yard field goal by Romo is good.
Dude, Young Wei Koo just had a bad week, bro. They didn't get Young Wei Koo back up in the booth.
30 seconds after this from AWS.
All right, can McCarthy go down the field in 30, about 25 seconds, 2 timeouts? He absolutely could. Are they going to get a field goal in? Let's change the score, baby. Nothing but field goals. Love to see it.
We were talking about before, the beautiful roof. The natural light that comes in here during the daytime at U.S. Bank Stadium, Super Bowl, among other big events. 9-3 here, Chris, 25 seconds for the Vikings, who will get the ball to start the second half because Atlanta won the toss and instead of deferring, took the ball to start the game.
Yeah. Hey, they gave Tom Brady a chance in the Super Bowl. He was young. Let's go. See what he's got. I mean, it really is. It's like you want to put these guys in as many pressure situations as you can early in the year. Let's go. Find out.
Now, Frank, see what he does with this kickoff return from the 5. Trying to work it to the
Oh, no. I whenever they go to this camera angle.
only 18 seconds. Back at 20-yard line. Back to that first Super Bowl when they just decided that we're going to go for it. They end up getting the win on that Super Bowl on a game-winning Vinatieri field.
But also what you do is if you're going to do that, you're going to check down a couple and do it. That kick took a lot of time off the clock, so I don't know, and you didn't get it out past the 20-yard line, so now probably be a little more conservative.
We're finding with these kick returns how a good kick return, 35, 40-yard changes everything you can do, especially
He went 7 for 10, 68, and an interception. McCarthy wasn't good last week in the first half either. McCarthy. He's going to be dropped down to sack, and that's been some of this at that halftime. Oh, wait, no, someone took timeout.
comes up with the sack, but the Falcons have an injury in the secondary.
Oh, no, an injury timeout.
This has not been a good half for the Minnesota Vikings, and you can tell it is just McCarthy's trying to get it figured out.
You know what? Sam Darnold did good in this offense last. I mean, I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy's no Sam Darnold, but if we're talking about Sam Darnold as a system quarterback, I mean, what's going on with J.J. McCarthy, man?
And the Falcons have one member of their secondary down. I think I know who it is, just don't want to do an identification without being sure of it. AJ Terrell. Yes, it is. Okay, I saw the 4, couldn't see the 2. You could see AJ sitting up with the athletic training staff. And a hand up from his coach, Raheem Morris, as well.
Yeah, he's the best they've got back there.
Hammy.
Thanks, grab. Back behind his leg there. Walks off. So J.J. McCarthy's 7 of 10, but only 2 targets to Justin Jefferson, 1 catch for 9 yards. And Chris, it was one of the things that when asked during the week, Kevin O'Connell, about what was going on the sideline during those first 3 quarters in Chicago and things going back, Justin Jefferson stayed with it. You know, sometimes a receiver who's a superstar like he is, he get hot, he get frustrated. he stayed the course with them, and it paid off in the fourth quarter.
Well, and what you just saw is significant. AJ Terrell is their top one-on-one cover guy. So even if they're going to double Jefferson with somebody else, Terrell would have to cover one-on-one one of the other receivers. Now you take him out of the mix, and now you might have to do more zone and not bring the kind of pressure they brought here in the first half that's paid off. Although here we go again with Caden Ellis down on the end of the line of scrimmage.
Falcons charge timeout with that.
Here we go.
2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
Oh my God, look at the jump he got off. McCarthy has all day. He's going to throw deep. Jefferson over the middle. Timeout, timeout. 2 seconds left. Jake Jettis. Wow.
Don't think you can see the wrong person and all three rats there is to get.
Don't take that field goal.
It was McCarthy to Naylor for 28 yards and set up Riker for a 59-yard field goal. That's the field.
Riker is good. There you go. 3-point game. Wow.
Melissa, that is what happened in the red zone. That's the score of the half. Vikings get the ball, they trail by 3. You get Maria and Company right now at the Toyota. Half.
All right. Eventful first half. All right, I guess we're gonna go check out the Emmys while we're on halftime here, boys. See what they're talking about.
Two of the nominees involve SNL, where I worked for 9 years. So, yeah. So, if they win, people might think I just opened the envelope and said SNL out of habit. Like that time I accidentally gave a Mark Twain prize to Alexa play rain sounds. Nate, I will pay for the time. Nate, I will pay for the time we took for that joke. The 97th Annual Academy Awards hosted by Conan O'Brien wins. People might wonder, is that true, or is she just pranking Conan? Which could happen because we are nemesis.
Is this shit funny to people?
I say Conan won, let him take the award home, and then call the police and say he stole it. We don't know. We don't know what I'll do. If Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime special wins, I'm really going to hear it from Drake. To play pickleball tomorrow, so anyway. Really, the only safe outcome for me would be
This
the
is
Beyonce
ass.
Bowl. Thank you, Beyonce. Anyway, whoever wins, for the love of God, don't come up here and kiss my stomach because I am not pregnant. Here are the nominees for Outstanding Live Variety Special.
This bitch is horrible. So Super Bowl? Not Beyonce.
I really have a lot of dreams that happened in my life. One of those dreams was that I'd still be doing the same show for the next 50 years. However, here we are. Seeing podcast support. So 2 years in the planning. They said we don't care what it costs, as long as it's good. If they didn't say that, maybe that's just the way I heard it. Anyway, I also want to thank the Academy for continuing to keep the word television in their name. As long as it's there, we'll keep showing up. Thank you.
What am I watching? Yeah, look at this guy's outfit though, huh? That's a good one.
1999, Kathy and I starred in a TV movie adaptation of Annie.
That's right. I played Miss Hag, and Alan played my scheming younger brother, Rooster.
Kathy received an Emmy nomination for her work.
Alan did not.
Thank you for reminding me, Kathy. But you were nominated again tonight, weren't you? Did you win?
No, I did not. Thank you for reminding me, Alan.
Oh, I won tonight and last week. Anyway, the nominees for writing for a variety series are
The Daily Show.
Why is bro wearing a mask? Well, who's that fat bitch going to with him?
we share this category. We are honored to share it with all writers of late night political comedy while that is still a type of show that's allowed to exist. The show does not get made without our researchers, our footage department, our PAs, our APs, our transcribers, our graphics department, our interns, our crew, Nita and Casey at HBO Max.
Why is this guy wearing a mask?
Oh, it's Tim Carvel. If I forgot you, it must not be that important. John Oliver. That's it. Go, boys and girls, Club America, go!
Why? I don't understand why this fucking guy is in a dress and wearing a mask. What is going on? It should have been him and not Charlie Kirk. That didn't even mean being wrong. That is disgusting to look at. First off, you're wearing a mask and the baby too fucking fine. Now, if he's sick, I'll allow it. If he's sick, then W on him for being okay. I'm sick. I don't want to get no one else at this event sick. That's a W. And I'm hoping that that's what it is. But if he's just wearing a mask to wear a mask because there's too many people there, you are a fucking joke. But if it's because he's sick and he doesn't want to get no one else sick, albeit. But the dress, like the dress with the jacket, like that is just an outfit, bro. Like, who's gonna tell, brother? Who's gonna tell that guy that outfit is horrible?
The little boom, boom, boom. Guys. Yeah.
That's crazy. Mark Jackson is so good at it.
This is for the juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home, and I hope you like it. Woof, woof.
No! Oh my god.
Young man, do you want to say why you're here, what Charlie Kirk meant to you? He was my idol. Like, I remember watching his videos, wanting to be like him. Like, I would just see the way he would debate, and he would stay calm while the left was just yelling at him, and he was just so nice about it. And then they hated him so much because he knew he was right, but they just didn't want to admit it. So they ended up hating him, and they just killed him for it.
What's your name? How old are you? I'm Bryson Levy. I'm 14. Man, God bless you. Where are you from? I'm from here, Oakton. Man, I pray a blessing on Bryson. This whole generation, Lord, raise him up. Give him extra strength, extra power, wisdom and favor, Lord. I just pray your angel armies go with Bryson everywhere you go, brother. That God makes you a man, a warrior for this generation, my man. Thank you. Young man,
Like, what did I just watch? Woo. 300 a 360 lb thick six LX. I'd I'd be pissed. What are they talking about that?
These 6 women definitely kept us watching their indelible performances this year.
Dude, what is adolescence, man? What dog shit ass movies, man. She just kissed a girl on the lips.
Person that was involved in making this show because it was the definition of a team effort.
Jesus Christ.
Here without talking about Stephen Graham and Hannah Walters. Even though Stephen called me a tea cozy today. This is dedicated to my big sister, Grace. I wouldn't be here without you. I love you with all my heart. And Sinead, thank you for making me the happiest person in the world. I love you with everything I've got. Thank you to the Academy, and you're all.
However, by the way, added some time again. I think they've won enough. Lord Michaels, you know what? To be honest, like, congrats on 50 Men. Like, I honestly probably wouldn't be here hosting if it wasn't for you. So, thank you very much for that for me. The Boys and Girls Club a lot of money. Just sitting there thinking, man, I could really use another show about a psychopath. Our next presenter's got you covered. Be the upcoming season of Monster. Please welcome Charlie Hunnam.
Dude, this fucking host is horrible. He looks so scared. Is this Thor?
that reveals the truth. Great performance can help us to understand ourselves, shedding light and clarity on corners of life that can feel dark and confusing. Through art, we can transmute painful truth into something beautiful. And these talented artists have all just done that. The nominees for lead actress in a limited or anthology series or movie are
Legend. Disclaimer. Megan Bacon. Silent. Sheila Jones. Black Mirror. Kristen Milioti. The Penguin. Michelle Williams. Bonnie Griffith.
Dude, I've never watched any of these movies.
Goes to
Football should be back on here.
Kristen Milioti.
I don't care. Dude, I don't care, dude.
Kicking away.
Here we go. Chat, why didn't Tom Grassley raid me, bro? He doesn't care about the fucking. I'm just kidding. I'm not even gonna do that because Tom Grassley's a fucking guy. I used to watch that guy in every fucking prime time. I'd have him on in the background.
Well, they started off hot with Bijan Robinson, 1-2 right off the bat, couple of big runs, and then the Vikings started to respond with pressure of their own, I think almost to stop the run as much as anything else. These big guys up front really making a difference. Jonathan Allen and Jalen Barkley and Jalen Brentwood. Completely different D-line right now for the Vikings.
21. Here's Bijan running inside.
Bijan!
Body as he spun on the body and makes it a 9-yard gain to the 30-yard line. Good pass by Bijan Robinson.
And anytime you see
Kyle Pitts just needs 2 more yards. Jordan Mason 60 yards.
it was pace, and he just thought the play was over. You can see he was standing up, getting ready to go back to the huddle.
Dude, all my bets could hit tonight. Jordan Mason, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, if the Vikings offense gets rolling, we need the second half to be energized. You know, I'll run the break loose. How's you?
Bijan Robinson, and his name is one we talk about a lot, Chris, right? Because he's done all these things. 100-yard scrimmage games, add another one to it. You wouldn't think that he has more than Saquon Barkley and King Henry, but he does now with 20.
But when you hear Saquon Barkley talking about Bijan Robinson, you understand that he understands who Bijan is.
The next great one. And there's nobody who's able to cut like Bijan in the NFL. Trust me, I love myself, and I think I have great cuts. And there's nobody where he's able to his vision, his agility. He can catch the ball too. So it's gonna get scary for a lot of people as they continue to figure it out.
There's high praise, and then there's that.
Yeah, going from him with what he did last year.
Things at 1st and 15. Out of the way on that slant. Made it complete. Here's what Robinson's been doing on this night.
We saw him come right off the bat and create some big plays down the field. And we have been talking about it for a while, but these defensive players talk about it. One guy very rarely gets him on the ground. Then that explosive speed, he weighs about 220 pounds. Just that complete package and one of the better receiving backs in the league.
The 15.
No, Bijan! Oh my god.
Thank your partners. We get a lot of that penalty yardage plus back.
These two guys had no idea where the ball was. Watch them. They're going to run right by Bijan. They're blitzing. They're overpowering the center. They're doing it. All of a sudden, Bijan running the other way.
I had a feeling Bijan was going to get fucking 100 yards now.
And then Stone for the first down. Darnell Mooney.
I don't know if Penix has a quarterback guru that he works with all the time, but that is one of the quickest releases that you will see. I mean, he has the ability to, as soon as he sees that that thing is gone, And that ability gives you as a receiver that extra tick of a second to be open and to accept the football. It is, I think Penix is extremely talented.
Dom tonight, Robinson Rest out here with the carry. And he stopped Jalen Redmond, Chris mentioned earlier, second year guy out of Oklahoma. He was undrafted. And as these big name veterans like Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen have come around the Vikings, they think, hey, wait a minute, 61 Redmond.
Yeah, we were talking.
Right. So that was his name the first couple of years, and then there was a story, an interview that it's Jean, and that's the way his mom and his grandma like it pronounced. So then we get on our call with him this week, said, "Hey man, just tell us about the whole Jean." And I said, "Oh, actually, Robinson, University of Texas. Robinson, Texas. Robinson, Texas. Okay, that's our little behind the scenes of our Sunday night football lineups. You heard it from his mouth to ours. Bijan.
That when it has been third and short, it's Algier.
Tyler.
One of the Academy's most prestigious honors, the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award. Be nominated for state ballot, and you winner should.
Mary Steenburgen. Really an actor and a devoted philanthropist.
We're also here to celebrate Ted Danson. All and from San Diego. According to a bio his publicist sent over, as neither of us is familiar with his acting work.
I don't know. Together, Ted and Mary are an unstoppable force, on screen and off, and tonight they are receiving the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award.
Created in 2002 by the Television Academy's Board of Governors, this award is given to artists whose philanthropy exemplifies Bob Hope's altruism and positive impact on society.
Please join us as we salute these two wonderful actors and, much more importantly, wonderful people.
And powerful voices to increase arts fundings in schools. They are outspoken allies of the LGBTQ community and have proudly stood up for individuals and their rights. Last year, they were recognized with the Disability Equality Ally Award at the 2024 Equality Pact National Idea in Washington, D.C. They're honoring really to love and fear. Everything we do boils down to one or the other.
So they only won it. They only won the award is because they support gayness. That's the only reason why they won this award. That's the only reason. Like,
Monday to Thursday, son Rome born, is 3-day old. Was now, as JJ went from the facility, was practice Thursday, was back on Friday. This is Rome, Micah McCarthy, watching tonight his very first game, day 3 of his life.
Let's go, Dad.
1 week for a 22-year-old, as McCarthy steps into this job here with the Vikings and gives on first down to the right side.
You know, that really was what jump-started the Vikings a week ago against Chicago. It was Jordan Mason. They just stuck to the run, and he popped a couple little counter runs with pulling offensive linemen in front of him. But the deeper you go down the depth chart with the offensive line, the harder that gets too. You're already playing with a backup left tackle, now you have a backup center in the game. It's not easy to make all those adjustments. So the Falcons keep firing. So they're settling for a lot of blitzes that they executed in the first half. They're showing, but dropping out so that they can fill up the gaps in the zone defense. One Jefferson one on anybody.
On the 40-yard line.
Time, Divine Diablo make these kinds of plays. And we talked about athleticism, how it impacts blitzing, how it impacts coverage, but man, it can matter in short yardage too.
They're going and the play clock's running down here. 10 seconds as they break the huddle.
It was a good time, a good job by Michael Jurgens to get underneath that nose tackle with that block and got just
What
a
I don't
little
get
movement
is
there.
that
Just enough
Chat,
to unsettle.
everybody hates me for some reason, man. Like I really didn't do
As an
anything.
last year's second-year player, really seen the most action of his brief NFL career. An elusive move in the
Mason, we need that. No. Fuck.
Second-year player came in from Justin School.
Fuck you, Rouse.
Really, it was unnecessary. Watch this play unfold. The runner is really going past, and he's going to grab just a little bit, but there is no way he was going to catch up to Jordan Mason.
School, and you saw getting up slow a couple of plays ago, now goes into the medical tent. So the Vikings are backup linemen here behind their quarterback, making their in front of the quarterback making his second start.
And now Jordan Mason's out again.
On 40. On the last Sunday, right?
He and Aaron Jones with contact. Got the ball loose for a second. Just not smooth right now.
It's going to help be a lead blocker on this one. Out front, come on, let's go. And just knockout punch there down the field.
Dolphins pretty good. Officially 16 on the run. It's 3rd and 4. Right tackle Brian O'Neill.
Doesn't necessarily mean it was O'Neal, because a lot of other people were moving too. Sometimes the center miss snap counts too.
I need Algier to get 1 more yard.
Execution too of
Pitts to get 3 more yards. Mason to have 40 more yards.
put up the playbook. Now if they want to play
39. Jefferson to get
off the slot as well.
20 more yards.
For Jefferson, it was
Don't blame anybody else. You can't play out this time. Wide open. Like you guys stepped on or something happened to him. At the end of that play as well. Talking about
What is this? Well, Penix on third down and 14. Penix is going to be firing. It's going to be broken up. That's looking good for the
They might have covered two days. McCarthy, the offense to take over at around 47 as the third quarter comes to an end. Only points a Falcon field goal. Only points all night field goal. Well, next Atlanta here in Minnesota.
Oh, love's gone. There we go, boys.
Start by Tarico Chris Collinsworth. The list to start 12-6. Falcons leading the Vikings. Minnesota's home opener. Atlanta trying to avoid an 0-2 start. Minnesota trying to start 2-0. This time Monday that JJ McCarthy and the Vikings were down 7.
Let's get Jordan Mason going, man. Come on. Start of the fourth. 15 more minutes of game time. McCarthy, look at McCarthy's gonna go down for the sack and the strip bubble. What a turn of events! McCarthy's hurt. McCarthy is hurt. McCarthy is seeing ghosts. McCarthy is ass. Man.
Unbelievable. This pressure is going to come right off the end.
I personally don't think McCarthy is a starting quarterback in the NFL league. He reminds me so much of Zach Wilson. Oh my God.
Team that's well coached. They averaged 27 points a game last year. They went 14-3. Sam Darnold was the quarterback. They make a change, and right now they don't look like they really understand the offense.
Can the two changes up front of the offensive line because Absolutely. Contribute to that?
Absolutely.
Got a new left tackle, new center in there, and you mentioned earlier, Chris, when Kelly was injured, how much he handles up front identifying stuff. And Atlanta's done a great job here tonight. The 38.
Bajan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson was thinking that, just got pulled down before galloping in the secondary.
You're gonna get Pitts 3 more yards.
Week, he was up and down the bench. I got you. But right now, we've seen this offense be bad for 6 quarters and good for 1 quarter. And we also now have got to see this Vikings defense step up again. They just had a great series, got the ball back short field.
And the defense has been holding them to only 4 field goals.
Robinson now 17 carries, 128 yards on the night.
That's one of those things you do at Madden, right? There's one of those buttons you push and it makes you spin. I've never actually found it, but I do know it exists. But he has all the moves. And when you're talking about when somebody's like 5'8" and weighs 180 pounds and runs like that, you go, that's impressive. Right. I mean, this guy's 215 pounds, and you would never understand that.
Oh my God.
Got play that time by Jonathan Allen to get that initial penetration across the line of scrimmage. And you just have to disrupt. You cannot let him get started where he wants to go. Wants to go outside zone the other way. And Jonathan Allen with that penetration sets his team up. They have to make another stand.
They spent the money on in the offseason. Allen and Hargrave up front. Defense.
Pitts is wide open. Dang.
Rodriguez in there, but that was a meeting at the quarterback. You can see all of them. Jonathan Grenard in there as well. And now they've backed him up potentially out of field goal range.
Here to be 57 yards. Falcons trying to get some of it back here.
Point was significant.
21.
Pitts is wide open.
Going. It's the same thing. They have not bogged down offensively as much as Minnesota, but they've been in the red zone a good part of this
Good
night.
play, Roman
They've
Reigns.
let some opportunities. They're keeping the Vikings in the game by not being able to finish.
This defense has just been playing unbelievably. I mean, it really has been. But it is inexperience at the quarterback position. Right. Games in the National Football League are won in short yardage situations. They're won in the red zone. That's the reason the Eagles are world champions. They were great in short yardage situations, and they were great down in the red zone. They had people that could put the ball in the end zone. Right now, these two quarterbacks are trying to figure out how to do that.
They're playing Roman Reigns' theme song.
Start.
It's OG on. Or not as OG, but like as one before was dun dun dun. Pitts. Can you go 5 for 5? I don't think he's gonna make it.
The way back, sort of at midfield-ish, for a chance to go down the field and finally score a touchdown and go win the game. So the difference between a made field goal here and a missed one, significant.
Progress marked the ball at 36, not where it was initially being marked. Thus, it's a 54-yard field goal. Parker Rumble hit a 55-yarder here for the Vikings last year. This week, Parker Rumble
All right, chat. We're
I stuck to it because it's what I really believe in. I really believe in sticking to that four-man rush. Let this play go.
Five, they don't. No run. Mason from two. The third point coming up.
But it didn't work. And I was too hard-headed to change. And I get here, and we don't have that A-lister. We don't have that guy that's going to end up with 15 or 16 sacks. So I have to start doing things that are a little out of my comfort zone. Sending more people, blitzing people, bringing people out of the secondary. And so far, that formula has just looked great out here tonight.
Overshot.
What you dream about when you play receiver and quarterback. Slot fade. You got all the room in the world. Runs right past Billy Bowman. And as a quarterback, you have to put that ball way up in the air. How many times we talk about Russell Wilson? Throw that moon ball up there so your receiver can find it. The defensive back is desperate. He, at the very least, is going to run into your receiver. You get a long pass interference penalty. The one thing you cannot do is overthrow it. Underthrow it all day, no problem. Don't overthrow it.
Restless, unhappy here. Beautiful kick. Late fair catch signal made by Brooks. 5.2. Good hang time. By right. It's an Atlantis. They've got. Again today, and now they take a couple leads and could today, and now they take a couple leads and could starts of the season. We go on the Chiefs.
True. The Seahawks were the first team is the first team to beat Aaron Rodgers was a Packer, Jet, and Steeler.
Watch how I hit this nigga. He just hit my car. Look, he just hit my car. Look, I'm gonna hit this nigga. I'm gonna hit this nigga. Look, I'm gonna hit this nigga.
I'm gonna ram his bitch ass. What are you talking about, bitch ass little boy? I'm on that ass, nigga. I'm on that ass, little boy. You wanna throw something at the car, right? You wanna throw something at the car, right? I'm on that ass, little boy. I'm on that ass, little nigga. Look, 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 look. You know how you bitch. Look, watch this. Watch this, little ass bitch. Look, look at you, bitch. You ain't coming down here, pussy. You ain't coming down here, pussy. You ain't coming down here, bitch. Look.
Yo.
Go right there. There he go right there, bitch. Look, watch this. I'm about to hit your bitch ass. Look, there he go right there. There he go right there, bitch. Look, watch this. I'm about to hit your bitch ass. I'm hitting your bitch ass. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Holy shit. Oh my God. This guy's fucking out.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Yo, that is insane.
Let's go on and go in first.
5 minutes, that clock restarts. First and 20.
That's insane.
I think that quick release.
Now Drake London on the seam over the middle. Drake London gonna get up to the 48. Kyle Pitts got 37 receiving yards. I need 30 more yards from Jordan Mason, 20 more yards from fucking 21 more yards from Justin Jefferson. Doable, actually. We're just gonna Jordan Mason, Justin Jefferson, type shit. We mean Jordan Mason to break one, you just throw on the top Jefferson. They're gonna hold his clock.
An injury for the Vikings.
Byron Murphy.
Real Murphy, linebacker brought up for this game, is down.
You know how football coaches haven't thought of this? For fourth and goal situations, you literally give it to a midget and you can have like two defensive ends throw him 5 yards over the end zone, 20 feet in the air. He probably breaks his legs and his arms, but there's no way he doesn't score. You sign him to like a 1 day, 100K salary. You throw him, he breaks his legs. All right, on to the next midget, hire a new one. But you're telling me that like Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett can't throw a 3 foot midget with a football 5 yards from 5 yards out? It's an automatic touchdown every single time. And also, I think the midgets would accept that 100K to break a leg, and you score a touchdown for the team, potentially helping them win. Why has no one tried this?
Is he a Taylor Swift license? Is Queso live? What's Russell Queso on that?
Atlanta has it 2nd and 6, right around midfield. We're at tight end on the move.
Oh, yeah. That was something.
Such a good block he's called. Not only one, did you get the second one, and that's what the great ones do. Charlie Werner was a guy who had like an 80% of his plays or blocks, and then down the field as well. The one thing that I saw out of Atlanta's offense a week ago was that they
Oh,
were
the entire
making
chat.
blocks at the wide receiver position. A little bit like the Rams, a little like the 49ers. That whole system is where this all came from, and they're executing those blocks downfield too.
Oh, yeah.
Watch him come out and come back and get this second block. It's always the first one's great, but then that linebacker comes shooting through there, Eric Wilson, and he was able to peel off at the last second, get him, and that's what popped that play.
Headed to the exits. The defense has been terrific in the red zone, keeping Atlanta out of the end zone. Must do here. I'm here for a couple, because I love when a team has a week where they struggle and say, that's not us. We're going to fix it. And Raheem Morris told us last night, we're going to run the ball effectively as the Vikings take their first time out. And have they ever 31 runs for Atlanta tonight? 196 yards. Part of the reason they're up now. Yes. Oh my gosh. Look how easy. Yes. Oh my God. Look how easy it is. I'm sure it's coming.
lost your mom, didn't you?
Right.
You were big. Yeah, she loved football. She loved watching you play.
Yeah, that was rough. That was actually the first week before a game. I didn't speak to my mom going into the South Carolina game. And yeah, then to wake up Sunday morning and to find out that news was tough. Definitely.
She lost a terrible battle, and that's your mom's tattoo right there. Let me see that.
Correct.
And she was a real source of strength for you and your brothers, wasn't she?
Correct. I mean, very, very strong, independent woman. Even fighting cancer. I mean, hit it for the longest and just showed tremendous toughness just each and every day.
So I watch you guys play the next week, and you're playing on the road at Texas A&M. And guess who the quarterback is? Tell me why you did that and how you did that.
She wanted me to be doing what I love to do, and that's playing the game of football. No way ever she would probably come back and beat my butt if I missed a game.
That's unbelievable, man.
So
You got to have, there must be something about you, Prescott. You got a lot of great stuff inside you, don't you?
yes, sir. I mean, her motivation, I think, being mentally tough is everything. You can go a long way with just mind over matter. And my mom.
I don't know what it is, but it says a lot about a character that you must have as a human being to go through what you went through. Go out and perform like you did at crunch time. Congratulations, man.
For sure.
That's awesome stuff, right?
Appreciate it.
I get fired. I got football time.
Keep their hopes alive in this 15-6 game against the Lefty Pennants.
Yeah, old lefties, I've got a little experience with that as well. Boomer Esiason was my quarterback back in the day. I don't know what he's doing with that silly mustache, but here he comes. He was certainly willing to fire it in there. You're talking about a guy with no fear, but those left-handed throws all rotate opposite what you were used to catching your entire life. And it's funny, I didn't think these gloves these days.
What up, man? This nigga is real. Legendary shit.
Your right hand and so heavy-handed in your left hand. If it was left-handed wrong, all under the little baby. And look at that right in the back. I'll bet you my ass like that. You just want to take to the football.
Taken by Minnesota, 143 yards now. That's did on the night. Quiet one for Justin Jefferson.
And you just have to wonder what he's thinking. And we know he's a team player, and we've heard all the stuff about from Kevin O'Connell about how good his spirit's been, but just have to wonder if he's getting a little frustrated right now.
They all are.
I think so too.
4th and 1 at Minnesota. Out of timeouts, so Atlanta says, why not? We'll go for it down here.
That's an offsides.
Henry got it.
Yes.
It was a really good play by Jake Matthews too. As soon as he jumped off sides, he moved.
This was going infraction defense, number 61. Under penalty, a result of first down.
Well, Jalen Redmond for his play tonight, but that time a mistake keeps the Falcons going on offense.
Right over here, as soon as Raymond.
But I mean, the Falcons, I don't know why they're just not taking the 3 points. They're being really greedy here, man.
By Jake Matthews to react, let the official call it. Even if they called it on Matthews, go ahead and kick the field goal. Just enough.
Brian Flores can't move. You can't move in that situation, and they did so. Atlanta needed one of these club-leading drives. They have done just that. Out here, the 4. Viking powerless to stop it. Atlanta just keeping it on the ground and maximizing the time off the play clock as well and closing in on their first win of this season.
And I just keep thinking, like it. I kept having offensive linemen and our blockers coming in and apologizing. Like, we just messed it up. Don't change anything. We're good. Keep doing what you're doing. We messed it up, and they came out and answered tonight. It's interesting. Did they just let that happen? I think there's a strong argument to be made. Let's see how this looks. Is anybody really trying? No, not at all. They let them score because now, what is it, 2 touchdowns does get you back in this game.
Yeah, it'll be, if they kick, it's our success will be 16 points. So you are still mathematically alive, especially without timeouts. But touchdowns last year total 9. It's 1 here. Extra point added. So still a 2-score game. The Atlanta Falcons did the Denver comeback drive. 12 plays at 83 yards. Algier deserves some credit. Arthur Blank's happy. His team up 16. Wait for it.
Fuck are you supposed to do when you get fired? You just take it? You just take it like a man? I'm unemployed. What am I supposed to do now? Do I go home and goon? Like, guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step? Do you look for? I obviously look for a job, but like, I got no income now. I spent my last 300 on a parking ticket. That was on me. I did let it sit a little bit. It was like a $30 parking ticket. It went up to 300. I really don't want to talk about it, but what am I supposed to do, guys? God, this, you know when they say like, oh, once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not like, it's not enjoyable. I don't know who said adult. Is this what I can't. But like, what if
His father was coming from the zoo when a woman hit. I heard it come. Oh, she had a gun in her hand.
And 7, not good. And, you know, this is a really good team. That's just 14-win team from a season ago, and they played offense better than this.
That was the conversation with this Vikings team this year. They drafted J.J. McCarthy, had him here last year. Dealing with the injuries, sliding the ball back at the 30-yard line here for the moment as that kickoff set up movement on 5 yards. 35 ball comes to the 30. The quarterback around a keep ready to win.
McCarthy, just nothing.
Trying to find Jordan Mason.
Let's talk about it, Mike. I mean, Sam Darnold we know about, right? He's off the scale. Daniel Jones had a chance, had him.
Backup for Penix in Atlanta.
He wants to say when I might get off. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I've already told her this 4 times. So the only thing I needed to happen tonight was Jordan Mason getting 60 yards. Intercepted.
And that's going to be Watts' first NFL interception.
That's fucking funny as fuck.
Not a bad strategy trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, but I mean that it just wasn't close. I don't, and Jefferson may have slowed down a little bit or thought he got held. He was gesturing something at the end of that play. But we are seeing a much improved Atlanta Falcons defense at the very, very least. Watts is, they are pumped about him. They think he is going to be an all-pro.
Consensus first team All-American, earning 13 interceptions in his 2 years, and the learning curve continues here. That's Kevin O'Connell's in one. So work with J.J. McCarthy.
Little corner route here.
I was only one thing off, dude.
Look at the jersey, and I think that's exactly what Jefferson was trying to get done. But that thing was launched over the top and just did not have a chance. And boy, out of nowhere, you saw Bates come flying.
$11 for 21. Fourth quarter comeback tonight. It's a big night for the Atlanta Falcons. We're so close to getting that opening week win at home against Tampa. Going to come on the road to Minnesota and get their first 2025. on the Panthers next week. Carolina will start the season, and then the Commanders in Mercedes-Benz, the bye, and then they'll play the Bills, and we'll see Atlanta out in Santa Clara in week 7 against the now 2-0 49ers. And I mentioned with Cincinnati coming in here next week, and then 2 international games. It says at. The Pittsburgh game is in Dublin, and the Cleveland game will be in London. So the Vikings are back in the passport after the game next Sunday here at US Bank.
Has anybody ever done that?
Last year, Jacksonville, I know, did
2 in a row?
couple of back-to-back. It was Patrick, somebody else may have lined here as well. Out here to the right yard, New York. They use Maryland to stop it. Run it down here. So it's one of those nights, Chris, where you're going to now lean on the veterans around this team to set a tone if you're Minnesota of what's next. And the league, it's relentless. It comes around quick.
Yeah, and you just have to acknowledge what you are. A lot of this going on, I kind of feel like that myself. And it's just going to take a little while. I mean, it just is. Ray Aikman, John Elway, we've seen a lot of these guys, the greatest of the great, struggle early in their careers, and yet look where they end up. And that's going to happen for this football team as well. They knew there was going to be a growth. They were hoping it happened all in the fourth quarter last week, but it didn't. And now the pressure's back on.
Timeout taken by the Falcons as they ran the clock all the way down the Hudson Way here with 28 seconds. And their offensive line injuries, right on top of that. We've seen veteran quarterbacks struggle when they don't have the protection in front of them, especially that center handling things. But it's his second start. And that's going to be the issue that they are going to deal with. Carson Wentz as the backup here. It's not time to throw everything out. But like you said, so far in 8 quarters, it's 1 yay, 7 nay right now.
Well, and let's give them every benefit of the doubt, right? It was Monday night. You're back late, short week, have a baby. You're back here on national television again. You just got to get rid of it. And then you go get ready for the next one. That's how this thing works.
Hopefully they just run out Jordan Mason and he breaks off a run. Right.
Veteran just gets it out of there. When you situate
You must.
A little screaming and yelling down there. A lot of times when you're the punt returner, they will do that. They'll scream and yell.
Offense right across from each other. Double face Super Bowl Rams team. One the defensive, one the offensive coordinator. Familiarity with the staff as well on this battle. McCarthy won the one at the College Football Playoff National Championship. This regular season meeting one between these two QBs in the NFL, won by Michael Penix Jr. of the Falcons. The Chevrolet postgame comes up right after these messages.